This video covers how to use the categories and weighting feature. If you're using points-based grading system, you can enable categories and weighting by going to the class settings. That is on the top row. It looks like a chalkboard to the left of the settings icon. As you can see, below the grading system is the categories and weighting. Simply tap the switch to enable categories. If you just want to assign categories to your assignments, but still have the grade based on the overall points of all the assignments, then you can just enable categories. If you'd like to assign weighting to your categories, so for example, you want to have test count 80% and quizzes 20%, and that way you can assign any points and the weighting still applies. Then you can enable weighting. The next step is to add your categories. You can add up to 10 categories for each class. I will add 3 for this one, so we'll use tests. I'll add another one, quizzes. And lastly, we'll do classwork. And as far as the weighting goes, you can use percents. So I'll use percents right now. So I'll make tests worth 50%. We'll have quizzes worth 30. And classwork will be worth 20. So it adds up to 100%. You can also use relative weighting. So I could have easily said tests 5, quizzes 3, and classwork 2. And I would have got the same ratio there as well. So either way is fine. All right. Once you're done with that, I'm going to go back to the grades here. If you have assignments created, which I had before, and you didn't have categories enabled, none of those assignments will have categories right now. And as you can see, the grade below each student is NA. Because I have all these assignments, but with no categories, a grade can't be calculated. So it's necessary to go back and assign a category to those. For example, I'm going to tap on lab number 1, choose edit, and now you'll see there's the category option below, and I can tap on that and select, let's say, a lab will be classwork, and save. So now you can see grades are starting to be determined based on that one assignment so far, and you'd have to go back through the rest. If when you're creating a new assignment in the future, you'll see that you have the title and the points as normal, but now again you have your category that you can select there, and you can also copy the assignment. So very easily you can do that. Lastly, if you tap on a progress report, you'll see very easily that now where the assignment name appears, you also see the category first. So you can see everything except lab number 1 has no category. So you need to go back and correct those. And also, if you tap on the PDF on the top right, besides the assignment list, if you have categories enabled, you also get the grade, which is the overall grade, 90%, but also it'll give you a grade for each of the categories. So you can see maybe a student is doing great on the tests and quizzes, but not so good on the homework or the classwork. And so you can kind of get a more detailed or nuanced description of how the student's doing and where they need to improve. All right. Hope you find that useful, and please, as always, I'm happy to hear feedback on the different features of the app. Enjoy.